Previously on Balls.
Hello?
Dale?
Yes.
Darren, how's it?
You know, if I was any better, it would be illegal.
You and Peter de Villiers should get together. He's telling us even the bad times are good. Every time we speak. How's it going? All right.
No, thank you very much. Yeah,
Good. Hold on. We just got a Skype call from Rob Koenig. We don't want to miss him because Kevin Anderson's just beaten one of the big boys, Thomas Burdick. So we will chat to him in a short while. John, do you want to shout at Dale?
Dale, I believe
Dale.
you're on a hunting trip or something. Is that true?
On a hunting trip?
Yes.
What about hunting for? Money? Hunting for money?
I don't know. That somebody said you were on a hunting trip. That's why you didn't take the call at 1:45. Is that true?
No, it's not true.
Okay. So you didn't shoot anything?
Don't shout at Dale.
I haven't shot a birdie in about 3 years.
Yes.
I haven't had an eagle in 17 years.
Yeah.
And as for an albatross, I've got more chance of falling pregnant. And a lot of people think I am, but it's not.
Oh, Dale, you one-upped me there. I was ready for you.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for your time, Dale. We are very curious to find out about this tournament that's going to be happening in your backyard.
Yeah, you know, Darren, it's a really interesting tournament because, firstly, it's sponsored by a Japanese gentleman whose name is Dr. Handa, who's a philanthropist. He gives away money. Now, don't ask me for his phone number, okay, because I've tried that already. But he goes around the world sponsoring sports events and trying to do good things. He builds hospitals. He does all sorts of fantastic things. And you might have seen he sponsored the Welsh Open this year. He is now he sponsored the Nelson Mandela, which will be played at the Golf Club, and he's sponsoring the tournament here at Swartkoop, which was the first match play tournament that's been played in South Africa in 25 years.
Amazing, eh?
And, you know, when you think that we all play match play almost every time we play golf.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy that there's not more match play professional events. And the pros are having a ball. They've loved it. Unfortunately, quite a few of the seeded players have been beaten already, but that's the beauty of match play, is that over a round of golf, anybody can beat anybody else.
Yeah.
And what's also nice about it is that on Thursday, tomorrow, there's the Disabled South African Match Play Championship starting, and it's played alongside the professionals.
That's awesome, man. That is unbelievable.
And there are 11 disabled guys from South Africa playing, and there are 5 guys from England who are coming out to play, who are here to play. And those 5 guys, 4 of them were injured in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Gee.
You know, so it's a lovely story. It really is. I mean, the one guy was only injured last summer, and he lost an arm, and he held one leg, or the side of his one leg is all messed up and everything.
Jeez.
And, you know, he's here now teeing it up in a golf tournament. And, I mean, you know, I don't think it can happen in many other sports barring golf.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing because, I mean, we've seen, obviously, what's his name, Ralph, a Charles sponsor.
Yes.
I always say, is it Ralph Haynes?
No, not
Ralph Nokia. Anyway,
Ralph Nokia. Ralph
Ralph.
Nokia.
I mean, he's a hell of a good golfer. He plays with one arm, and I look at guys like this and I go, we struggle with all our limbs.
That's right.
And these guys are smoking it down the middle and keeping it straight. And you sometimes think, with the physics around it, it would be almost impossible. But these guys are actually doing it. Now, here's a guy that's basically got one arm and one leg, and he's playing.
Yes. You know, and you know, the other thing is with these guys is they have such a wonderful attitude. You know, they're playing a practice round on Monday, and obviously they've been in South Africa and you know, about the animals and stuff. And the one guy hits his ball into the rough, and it was fairly thick rough. And the other guy says to him, he says, "Oh, do me a favor, why don't you go and fetch alcohol?" And the guy says, "Well, why did you go and fetch it?" He says, "No, there might be snakes in there." And the guy didn't. He has no legs. So he says, if a snake bites you, it's not going to make any difference if it bites you on the leg. And I mean,
You can't argue with the logic.
Yeah.
You know, they're able to say things like that, you know, to each other. And I mean, their attitude is absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm actually looking forward to that event as much as I am to the professional event.
Yeah. That's amazing. I'll tell you something, just all the stuff that's happening in golf in this country that we've been talking about over the last few weeks and month or so. Jeez, it's exciting, eh? They must give you a second show on SuperSport. There's not enough time for just one.
That almost could have their own channel now for golf.
Exactly, they should. I don't know why they don't.
But Selwyn Nathan, who's running the Sunshine Tour. I mean, he's got now 6 co-sanctioned events with the European Tour, plus the Volvo tournament is being played in South Africa. So there's 7 European events played in South Africa. England had 1 last year.
Yeah.
Well, this past year. Other than the Open Championship, they had 1 other. Now, and we've got 7 in South Africa. It's crazy. I mean, if there's a business award going to be given out for the business that did the best this year, I think it should go to the Sunshine Tour.
Absolutely. But the nice thing as well, if you look at it, Selwyn is a former golfer. He's passionate. He loves the game. He's passionate about the game as well. And you've got a guy like that who's basically heading up one aspect of the sport.
That's right,
that must tell you a few things.
And the other great thing about golf is that with the board that they've got, nobody's doing it for the money. You've got guys like Jeremy Orr, Johan Rupert, Zanossi Kuneni, Selwyn Nathan. You've got people like that on your board. They're not doing it for the money.
Exactly. Yeah,
they're doing it because they love the game and they're passionate about the game.
And long may it continue as well. Absolutely.
Long may it continue, right.
Well, that's very exciting, Dale, and thanks for sharing that with us and letting us know a little bit more about it. Good luck, enjoy it, and good luck for everything that's going to be happening at Swartkorps this week. And thanks for your just one other. I just wanted to ask you. I don't think we had a chance to chat to you. There's been a lot of talk about on the show and also obviously elsewhere as well about the Nedbank Challenge and its possible future, and will it still carry on? Particularly with all these other events that are coming in, and the chance that maybe it might be overshadowed, and the field that they've got this year. The thought that if it wasn't that the Europeans won the Ryder Cup, it might not be as prestigious as maybe it is now. But still, what are your thoughts on it? And I mean, do you see this tournament carrying on or being replaced by something else next year?
I'm not sure what's going to happen. I know that people at Sun International are very protective of their tournament, and they've had one of the biggest sports events in South Africa over the last 30 years, and it's been a super success over the last 30 years. So, I think they've got to think very hard to make a decision to change it or to give it up. However, we have been seeing that the rest of the tours are trying to squeeze it out because the tours have no involvement in that tournament, whether you're talking about the South African tour or the American tour, the European tour. And so that, they're trying to squeeze it out in terms of dates. And the Tournament of Hope is going to be played the week before.
Yeah.
And my personal view, and this is very much my personal view, is that I'd love to see them merge the 2 tournaments.
Yeah.
And have the Nedbank Tournament of Hope, or whatever the tournament is going to be called, and you have a far larger field because it gives more world ranking points. You're going to get a far better field in terms of quality. You're going to get more of the Americans coming out to play because they get major ranking points, and obviously it's also huge money. But I think what they'll need to do then is build a couple of big tournaments around it. The Nelson Mandela tournament that they've got now, if that could be the week after, I think people would want to play in that tournament simply to be associated with Nelson Mandela and the name Nelson Mandela. And I think if they could have one more tournament maybe before that. That's also was a big exciting tournament on a good golf course. I think then you'd have even more chance of bringing some of those great players out. I think ultimately that's what we should be striving for. And I would think, and I don't know this for a fact, but I would think that's what Selwyn Nathan is trying to achieve. That's what he's trying to negotiate.
All right. Well, look, it makes absolute sense what you say there.
But just on the Nedbank, Dale, wonderful that Gary Player will be hitting the inaugural tee shot this year.
Oh, is he? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's going to do like they do it at the Masters. I think he's going to get it underway. So
I don't know whether you've been honest with me or not.
No, he is.
Well, I am,
time.
but I'm also teeing you up for potential humour.
Well, I think that would be cool. I mean, imagine if you had Simon Hovde, Dennis Hutchinson, and Gary Player. I mean, provided they all lived long enough, to do it. Well, I don't know whether you heard that Dennis Hutchinson was made honorary life president of the PGA.
Yes.
They didn't know whether to make him, to give him a 2-year membership or honorary life membership, and they thought that honorary life membership might be shorter.
Oh my God. There we go. Dale has brought lols to us
You see,
today.
exactly. There's one chat with Dale Hayes would be complete without a chirp at either Gary Player or Dennis Hutchinson.
Absolutely. Dale, thanks a lot for your
Thanks,
time
Dale.
this afternoon. Good luck for this weekend. Thanks for talking to us, man.
Thanks very much.
Cheers,
All the
mate.
best.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
There's Dale.
So,
2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Mondays to Fridays live on balls.co.za. Balls.co.za.